Hello, this is Dr. Anthony Festmeyer. In this video, we're going to work on the Dorian scale on the guitar, also known as the Dorian mode. We're going to go ahead and start with the D Dorian scale first. The D Dorian scale is kind of convenient in understanding what the note names are because it uses the same notes as the C major scale. The notes would just be played or emphasized in a little bit different manner. So we're going to take the notes of the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. Instead of starting on C and focusing our music around C, we're going to start on D, and that will be our focus. So the notes are D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then typically we would return to D when we're playing a scale. So I'm going to take my first finger and I'm going to move up on the low E string to a D note. That's at the 10th fret of the low E string. I'm going to place my first finger there, and the low E string I'm going to play D, E, and F, first, third, pinky. On the A string I'm going to play G, A, and B. First, third, pinky as well, but for this I need to reach my pinky up to the 14th fret. By the way, a guitar typically has a double dot at the 12th fret, so you should be able to visually see where the 12th fret is pretty easily. So 2 frets up from that would be the 14th. I'm going to stretch my finger up to the 14th fret to get that B note. On the D string, I'm going to play a C, a D, and an E. That is first, third, and then also pinky with that same stretch up to fret number 14. So far I have first, third, pinky, D, E, F. First, third, pinky with an extra fret stretch there on the A string, which is G, A, B. And then the same fingering on the D string with the C, D, E. First, third, pinky, but getting that extra stretch to the 14th fret. Then moving on, I've got my first finger on an F and my third finger on a G. And then on the next string, I have my first finger on an A, third finger on a B, and then pinky on a C at the 13th fret. There's no extra stretch there. On the high E string, I have D, followed by E and F. Now, by the way, this is a D Dorian scale or D Dorian mode, so I could just start on D and I could end on D. That'd be a common way to play the scale. But on the guitar, I like to grab all the notes that I can in that particular position, so I'm going to include those 2 extra notes on the high E string and play D, E, F with first, third, pinky. Again, here my pinky is not stretching up to the 14th fret, it's just right at the 13th fret. Okay, so this whole scale, I've got D, E, F, first, third, pinky. G, A, B, first, third, pinky with a stretch. C, D, E, first, third, pinky with that extra stretch. Then I've got F and G, first and third. I've got A, B, C, first, third, pinky, no extra stretch there. And then I've got D, E, F, first, third, pinky. The D Dorian mode sounds like this. Now, as you're practicing this scale, I recommend that first you work on just getting the left hand down, starting with low notes to high notes, ascending, and then work on doing it backwards, descending. Get really focusing on that left hand, then really focus in on the right hand where you can use either economy picking or alternate picking. All right, now let's go ahead and move this one around. So if I take my first finger and I move it to any note on the low E string and keep that same basic shape, I can play that Dorian scale. So let's go ahead and play the A Dorian scale by taking my first finger down here to an A note. So here if I play that same shape, first, third, pinky, then first, third, pinky with that extra stretch, in this case up to the 9th fret, and then again first, third, pinky on the D string with that extra stretch, then on the G string, first and third, On the B string, first, third, pinky. And on the high E string, first, third, pinky, I have the A Dorian scale. Again, I can move this around to any note. If I take my first finger here on C and play through that same pattern, first, third, pinky, first, third, pinky with a stretch, first, third, pinky with a stretch, first, third, pinky, no stretch, first, third, pinky, no stretch, I have the C Dorian scale.